Hola mis corazones, welcome to Corazón Kitchen. I'm Nana Gabi. I am going to try something new today. I saw another person post about making miniature conchas. So I'm going to try to do this on my own. When you're first trying a recipe without very specific instructions, you have to guess a little bit and try to figure out how the other person did it. So that's what I'm going to be doing today. So if you want to learn how to make the dough for conchas, you just need to look at my other videos. There's a video on YouTube. You can also follow through my Instagram. Now, if you want the recipes for the dough and for the paste, you can also go to my Instagram, and there is some recipes in my bio. So if you really want to try this, go ahead and grab those recipes and help me out in my cocina. So I got started by making the dough ahead of time, and I went ahead and let it rise. And now I am forming the dough balls, which has been really fun. Making tiny conchas is absolutely adorable, and trying to figure it all out is interesting because I don't want to make the balls of dough too big, and I'm also afraid to make them too small because there's a couple of things that I need to take into consideration. When I let these balls form, I also have to put the paste on top. So I have to figure out how that all works. And when it's your first time, it's an adventure. So I'm glad you're here with me. And if I make any mistakes, you'll be able to see it along the way. So here I am continuing to roll the balls of dough into very, very small balls, hoping that this is going to work out. So before I put them on the pan and get them ready for their second rise, I like to put a little bit of butter spray on the pan. So I'm going to start placing them on the pan, trying to give them enough space because they're probably going to double in size, almost double in size. So I need to make sure that there's enough space for them to grow. Otherwise, they're going to grow into each other and then they're all going to stick together. And we don't want that. So this is what they look like on the pan. So cute. Do you agree? Let me know. So here are all the balls of dough that I have together from my conchas. I like to flatten them a little bit because when they rise, I'm going to see them puff up a little bit. And I don't know, maybe I want to give my little bread a challenge is why I do this. I don't know why I do this, but I don't think I've seen other bakers do it. You don't have to do it like I do. This is a piece of fabric. It's a little manta that we call. It's like a napkin, and it was custom made in Mexico. And I put it over the bread, and then I place it in a warm spot. So now I leave it there for about an hour. Now I need to make the paste. Again, if you want the recipe, just go to my bio or watch my other YouTube video so you can see how I did that. So here again, we have to try and figure out the perfect size so that the paste fits on top of the dough. The funny thing is, this paste is almost like a cookie. So I'm almost like putting a thin cookie on top of a piece of bread. And I tell you, it's delicious. Now, the paste that I created today was red, and it was a white hue. So you'll see that it will become a little brighter after I bake it. So I'm going to let it rise for a little bit longer, and I want to put some of these sprinkles on top to make it look a little festive. So when the rise was ready, I went ahead and turned on the oven, and this is what they look like. I put some hazelnut and some Nutella on a couple of them and put a little bit of Biscoff on top. These were so yummy. Corazones, I hope I inspired you to want to make your own mini conchas, and I hope they're the most delicious treat ever. Thank you.